is. How's it going? Okay, wow, this is not gone to plan so far. I'm also, everyone's sleeping, so I'm trying to be more on the quiet side. This is a fun intro, right? It's not boring. It's supposed to be a fun video. Let's go somewhere where I can talk a little bit louder. How's it, transition time, here we go. You know, the annoying thing about this setup is the fact that my tripod doesn't go eye level to me or above like I would want it to be, so I have to be looking up because I'm 6 foot, if you didn't know. I swear I'm 6 foot. I'm not one of those guys like, hey, 5'9", but like I'm 6 foot, like I'm 6 foot, trust me. That is the thing that really sucks right now. No, but on that note, I do want to say that this video is going to be a little different than probably most of the videos that you've been seeing around everything that's happening right now. The way that I personally deal with things like this is I'm a big believer in making something positive out of a negative situation. So the way that I normally deal with situations like this to kind of overwrite it is to use comedy and kind of, you know, just kind of make things more fun. So that's what this video is going to be. That's the first thing I want to say. I want to say I'm taking this thing very, very seriously in the way that I'm going about things, and I've changed my lifestyle, as you guys should be doing as well. For this video in particular, I'm making it a way more positive experience, way more positive, fun experience, because no one wants to watch a bunch of depressing content right now, just making people feel more stressed and just like even worse about it. So I got you, don't worry. We're gonna have fun today still, but still stay educated. So next. So, as most of you know out there, in fact, not most of you, as everyone, literally everyone knows right now pretty much, unless you're like Amish or like Jared Leto and you were on a 10-day meditation trip, so you didn't even know that this was happening until you were thrown into it, then you know what's going on in the world right now. I'm not gonna say it too much in this video to not bum people out, but COVID, which should be a code word in this video so that I'm not exactly referring to it. I'm gonna call it the cone. I don't know why. COVID starts with CO and cone starts with CO, so really there's no other option. We're going with cone, that's it. So basically because cone is going, so basically with this cone going around everywhere right now, that's the crazy thing, is I can say that and say, as you all know, because that's the crazy thing, or one of the crazy things about this is the fact that literally everyone is impacted by it. And if you're not, then you will be soon. That's what's insane about this, which is why I can say, as all of you know, because everyone knows, it's insane. And for me personally, I'm 19 years of age. I have not really lived through something yet that has felt like a really big deal. Like as I'm living through it, I'm like, this is part of history that is directly impacting me. That's what's insane, is we're living through history right now. And because it's gonna be in the history books, it's very important to stay smart about it so that we end up on the other side, on the positive side of it, on the positive side of the spectrum instead of the negative side. So that's why I'm making this video, to make as much of an impact as I possibly can. That's it. So basically I'm going to be talking about a few things that you can and should be implementing into your daily routines to make sure that you and everyone around you is not impacted in an even more negative way, and hopefully bad things don't happen or come from it. It is very important to note that I am by no means anywhere near being a professional in this field. I know everything that I know from, you know, brief amounts of research here and there, so I'm just spreading this around here. And again, more of a fun way. So basically just take everything I say with a grain of salt. I'm pretty sure that's how that saying goes. If not, I'm going to get absolutely flamed in the comments. So as a small business owner, I can definitely say that it has impacted me in different ways, and that I am, you know, changing and doing things differently the way that I handle business to keep myself and everyone around me safe. It is of course worth noting that I'm not going out and doing any business at all right now. Anything that I'm doing is only editing related. Stay in self-quarantine, that's what you gotta do. That's what we're supposed to do, so doing it. Of course, the term you've been hearing around everywhere nowadays is social distancing. What exactly does this mean for you? Well, it basically just means that you're not ever coming in contact with any other individuals, and that you're staying a recommended amount of 6 feet apart from each other. Again, I know you've probably heard all of this. I'm just extending it in more of a fun way. But yep, not making contact with anyone and 6 feet apart, which means, of course, for me, for instance, running a business, no shaking hands, no nothing like that. I have actually even personally switched away from taking cash from clients. I'm only doing digital right now, and that again has to do with the fact that money is one of the most spreadable things out there. Money is the main thing that just goes from person to person, and it's just everywhere. It's just around everywhere. You never know where money has come from. It's because of that, it's better to be safe than sorry, which is the exact reason that I am really only digital currency right now. Of course, like I said before, there's no handshakes. Everyone does the elbows. I do a little bit of those as long as I have thick clothing on that I know I'll just throw in the wash later on, and that's totally fine too. But even in any case, it's always the best to just, again, not make any contact with any other person. We even, as sad as it is, we've even stopped hugging around the household, because that's That's what you gotta do. It's different times, but it's different, and you gotta follow the rules. I don't know. There are certain types of material that the cone virus, actual germs and bacteria can live on longer for, such as metal and fabric. I forget the exact numbers, but I think metal was anywhere from like 18 to 26 hours or so. So basically what this means, going along with the main thing that you should be doing, which is washing your hands as much as possible every time that we, or just I, if I have to go out for anything, which again is not that much nowadays, but if I ever do have to go out for anything, the first thing I do at home is washing your hands for a recommended amount of up to 30 seconds. That's the recommended amount for a reason. So again, I do that every time I come home and before I eat at all. The reason for doing it before eating, of course, is because if you're touching your food, you just want to make sure that there's nothing on your hands before you touch your food, so that food you don't touch and it goes in your body, and then the things are in your body, and then you made a mistake. But as well as that, I think it's very important to also be washing your hands whenever you make contact with specific items or surfaces. These could include things such as, of course, the main one, doorknobs. Like I said before, money if you have to. Any sort of communal towels. Now this goes into a whole different thing, is you should not be using communal towels. Paper towels is the way to go right now. I know there's a little bit of a limited resource for them right now, but it keeps you safer. Come on. This also goes for any sort of handrails or edges of counters that are more likely to have been touched. Any sort of light switches, the toilet flusher, that has a name, right? The toilet handle, the knob. Oh my god, I feel so stupid right now. Just handles. Yeah, it's just a handle. Anytime you touch or use one of the handles, of course, wash your hands. Now that should go without saying because you should be thoroughly washing your hands every single time after you use the restroom, but and then as a safe precaution, one thing that I'm doing way more now is, again, anytime I've been outside or I've making any sort of contact with other people, I'm going through more clothes now, right? Because, you know, if it's, again, fabric is another material where the bacteria can actually live longer on, so, and I think that's pretty much everything I wanted to talk about for the most part. Now I know this video's kind of been more fun and like upbeat and faster paced, but now I want to slow it down just a little bit to get a little more serious. Again, like I was saying before, this is something I'm taking very seriously, and it's, you know, drastically affecting my life in many ways and the people around me and just many people that I know, and everyone should be doing the same. The truth is, this is a cone. Cone is something that we really don't know too much about yet, and especially us normal citizens, right? I'm literally just a photographer, videographer, what the hell do I know, right? Which again, take what I say with a grain of salt. But the important thing is it's something very serious and it's very new, so we really don't know that much about. That's why I'm personally just being so cautious with everything I'm doing in relation to this nowadays and how I'm changing my schedule, and I think everyone else should be doing the same because you never know, right? To all those people out there who are saying, right, it doesn't matter, I'm young, it's only affecting old people who are seriously being affected and having, you know, the actual risk of death. First off, you shouldn't be saying that because, again, that's a very selfish thing. You should be caring for everyone around you and the community around you, your family members, and just trying to keep a community actually healthy and thriving. You should care about that, but at the same time, it's a virus that really in the long run you really know nothing about. And everyone's bodies reacts differently, so you have no clue exactly how yours would react. So far, there have been a bunch of people, of course, who have gotten it and have shown barely any symptoms, and it's just gone away just like that. And there are also cases of people where it drastically affects them. You just literally have no clue because there's no way to know until you get it. And the way of thinking about it, which again, you should too, is just don't take the chance. Of course, better to be safe than to be sorry. And that's pretty much what I'm gonna leave it at. Hashtag stay home. I know that's a thing right now. Again, I live in California, so if you don't, you probably aren't as drastically affected as I am yet. It's all in your hands, so just be smart about it. And again, stay home, hashtag stay home, right? And that's about all I gotta say. I hope the majority of this video is more on the fun side, so you weren't bored out of your mind. That was the goal of what I was trying to do here. Other than that, I did wanna say that I'm gonna be putting out a bunch of videos coming out the next few days and the next few weeks that were filmed a while back, like weeks to even possibly months ago. So I did just want to say that I am staying at home and I'm safe and in quarantine right now. Anything that you see with me doing any sort of travel or out and about, just know that that was all pre-recorded previously. So that's not, you know, I'm not leaving my house to go do all this stuff right now. That was, you know, I'm safe at home right now. Other than that, that's about it. So last things I gotta say is thank you so much to everybody if you stuck around. Thank you so much to everyone if you're really taking this seriously, and I hope you're taking some maybe new things that you didn't know, or you're just taking a bunch of things into heart after watching this video. And I'm gonna say, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Stay safe.